Good morning, student. Today we will go for exercise 10B, class 8. Previous session, question number 1, question number 2 and question number 3 I have finished. Today I will go for question number 4. We will now do all the sums related to inverse variation. If you remember, in inverse variation I have said if one quantity value increases, the other quantity value will decrease. I have given an example in the previous session between speed and time. If speed is more, less time will be required. If speed is less, more time will be required. Speed increased, time decreased. Speed decreased, time increased. Now question number 4, what did they say? Let me read out the question. Naveen cycles to his school at an average speed of 12 km per hour. So this is the average speed of Naveen. It takes him 20 minutes to reach the school. When the speed was 12 km per hour, time taken to reach the school was 20. If he wants to reach his school in 15 minutes, now if time is 15 minutes, what would be the average speed? So let me make the box like exercise 10A. So here the terms are speed and time. So when we speak of speed and time, if to keep it in memory, if speed increases, time will be less. Okay? Because in exam time you have to judge by yourself whether it is direct variation or inverse variation. So speed and time means it is inverse variation. So in first case, you can write the unit here. Here unit given kilometer per hour for speed, and for minute time it is given minute. So first case speed was 12, so time taken was 20. In the second case time was given 15, time given 15. You have to find out what speed. So since you don't know the speed, I have taken as x. The value of, in second case the value of speed is not known, so it is taken as x. So now I will continue. So in direct variation what I have written, the ratio of the first two equal to ratio of the last two. Here just opposite I will do. So speed and time ratio I will write 12 by 20 equal to, since it is inverse you will write 15 by x. 15 by x you can write. Okay. So just a minute, let me do the calculation. Let me check the solution part also. What is the solution here? 10B, question number 4, no? Question number 4. So it is 20. Just a minute. I was just confused in this matter only. Question number 4. So here was a mistake which I have done. So mistake is what? You see, so this is the speed. So 12 is the value for speed. Here while writing I was doing mistake, that only confused me. So here what you can write, here what was the mistake again and again I am doing? Just a minute. 15. Just a minute. Now see, in the exercise 10A, before writing the ratio, let me say something. While doing exercise 10A, we have done direct variation. In direct variation, what I have written? Ratio of the first two equal to ratio of the last two. But this is inverse variation. Here speed given 12, at the time is 20. You have to find out speed when time is 15. So you will do the ratio of these two. So ratio of the speed quantity equal to, since this is inverse, you will write 15 by 20 here. 15 by 20. Okay. Ratio of these two. I repeat again, ratio of these two. We are 12 is also the value of speed, x is also the value of speed. So speed ratio equal to, just you will do inverse here, 15 by 20. Okay, ratio of the speed quantity equal to ratio of the time quantity. Okay, so speed 12 by x, while writing the time just you will write the inverse 15 by 20. Now cross multiply it, it is 15x, so it is 12 into 20. Now x equal to 12 into 20 by 15. If I cancel it, 5 3 ja 15, 5 4 ja 3 4 ja, so it is 16. So speed will be 16 kilometer per hour. Take the screenshot. Okay, clear? So whenever they give a sum related to speed and time, if you keep in mind, speed and time are inversely proportional to each other, and when you find out the value of any quantity, either speed or time, what you will do? Ratio of the speed quantity equal to ratio of the time. While adding the time, you just reverse it, 15 by 20. So when you do the next sum, it will become more clear. Okay, this is inverse variation. In exam time, you have to judge by yourself whether it is direct variation or inverse variation. Question number 5. What did they say? The time needed to travel from one place to another is inversely proportional to the speed. Here they have mentioned the time and speed is inversely proportional. If they don't mention also, you know, more speed, less time, less speed, more time. A person traveling 72 km per hour can go from Dehradun to Lucknow in 10 hours. So speed was 72 km per hour, time was taken 10 hours. How fast must a person travel to make the trip in 9 hours? That means if he wants to complete the trip in 9 hours, how much will be the speed? So here you have to find out speed. So first you make a table. Here the quantity are speed and time, and we all know speed and time are inversely proportional to each other. So make the box. So here the box will be for speed and time, speed and time, speed and time. In the first case, speed was given how much? 72. Here you can mention the unit kilometer per hour, and for time it is hour. For time it is hour. Okay. So when the speed was 72, time was taken 10. Now time is given 9. So less time, so more speed. Previous time was 10. Now time is decreased to 9. It will be more speed. Since speed you have to find out, taken x. So what was the concept? Ratio of the quantity, ratio of speed. So 72 by x equal to, when you write this, you just reverse it and write. You will not write 10 by 9, you will write 9 by 10. 9 by 10. Hope now it is clear. You will do cross multiplication. 9x equal to 72 into 10. So x equal to 72 into 10 by 9. If you cancel it, it is 9 8 just 72. So it is 80. So speed will be 80 kilometer per hour. 80 kilometer per hour. Let me check the answer. It is 80 kilometer per hour. Okay. Now take the screenshot. Take the screenshot of this. Okay. This is 80 kilometer per hour. Question number 5. Now we'll go for question number 6. Question number 6, they have said 28 pumps can empty a reservoir in 18 hours. So 28 pumps can empty a reservoir in 18 hours. Reservoir means tank. Okay. In how many hours can 42 such pumps do the same work? So pump and time. More pump, it will take less time. Less pump, it will take more time. Okay. There is a reservoir which you want to empty it. So if you take more pumps, to empty it, it will take less time, and if you take less pump, it will take more time. So here it is, the table will be, the quantity will be pump and time. So you can write here number of pumps, and here it is time. Time unit given how much? Hour. So in the first case 28 pumps were there, time was taken 18. Now pump is 42. So you can easily get the idea what will be your answer. It will be more or less 28 pumps, 18 hours. So now you have taken 42 pumps, obviously less time. More pump, less time. It was previous, it was 28, now it is increased to 42. That means time will be less. So if you get time more than 18, that means you are wrong. Your time will be less than 18 because number of pump is more. So same ratio of these two, 28 by 42 will be equal to, how will you write? This one you have written in this direction, the other you will write in the opposite direction. I have just given the arrow sign to make it more clear. Okay, you have written 28 by 42, 28 by 42. So when you write on the other side, you will just write reverse, x by 18, x by 18. Okay, arrow sign will help you. You end in this direction, 28 by 42, now x by 28. So you can cross multiply it, 42x equal to 28 into 18, 28 into 18. So it is x equal to 28 into 18 by 42. So you can cancel it by 7, 7 4 ja 28 and 7 6 ja 42, more you can cancel 7 6 3 ja, so 4 3 ja 12. So now it will take 12 hours. You see 18 it was earlier, now 12. Hope it is correct because time is less. Okay, let me check the value. So it is 12. So you will write here last, time equal to 12 hours. At last you will write here time equal to 12 hours. Take the screenshot. Time equal to 12 hours. Okay. Now we will go for question number 7. So question number 7, what did they say? Question number 7, they have said a stock of food grain is enough for 400% for 9 days. There is a stock of food grains which will last for 9 days for 400%. Means 400% can use that grain for 9 days. How long will the same stock last for 300%? So here there is number of person and how many days the grain will last. More person, less days, less person, more days. Okay, if more person is there, you have to think that the consumption is same only. That means the person is taking the same quantity of food grain. Okay, you can't think that if they take more. Okay, your consumption will be constant here. So more person, less days, less person, more days. So here we will make a table between person and number of days. So person and number of days. So number of persons, and here it is days. So how many person it is? It is 400%. How many days? 9 days. Next case, how many person it is there? 300. Days is not given x. So you can take here the value to check either your answer will be more or less. So it was 400%. The food lasts for 9 days. Now you have decreased the person. Obviously the number of days will be more. Less person, more days. Okay. Person is decreased. The food will last more days. So ratio of the first two, 400 by 300 equal to x by 9. Just the reverse. You went this direction, the other you will go in the opposite direction. Cross multiply it. It is 300x equal to 9 into 400. So x equal to 9 into 400 by 300. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 3 3 are 9. So it is 12 days. That means the grain will last for 12. Earlier it was 9, now it is 12. So days equal to 12. Okay, let me check the answer. Days equal to 12. Okay, take the screenshot. Take the screenshot. Okay. Clear? Now question number 8. Question number 8, what did they say? A contractor who had a workforce of 630 person. A contractor who had a workforce of 630 person undertook to complete a portion of stadium in 14 months. 630% took how many days to complete the stadium? 14 months. He was to asked to complete the job in 9 months. Now earlier for 14 months number of person was 630. Now if you want to complete the job in 9 months, so less time, so more person, so this is also inverse variation. How many extra person had to employ? How many extra person he has to employ? So here quantity are person and month, means time. So you can make a box. So you can make a box here. So quantity, persons, and here month. So in first case how many person was there? 630. So month is 40. Now how many months you want to finish it? In how many months? 9 months. See, time has decreased. Earlier it was 14, now it became 9. So you have to employ more person. Person is not given, so X. So this is also inverse. More 630%, 14 days, and 9 months you have to finish in 9 months, so more person. So less time, more person. Okay, time is 9, so number of person will be more. So you find the ratio of the person. 630 by X equal to, you have written this way, other you do this way, 9 by 14. So cross multiply it. So it is 9x equal to 630 into 14. So x equal to 630 into 14 by 9. If you cancel it, it is 70. So 70 into 14. 70 into 14. 980. Okay. Now see, earlier it was how many percent? 630%. Now it is 980%. So how many percent you are increasing? If you do subtraction, 980 minus 630, because they have said how many extra person had to employ. Take the screenshot. I will rub the upper part. Take the screenshot. They have said how many extra person you have to employ it. So number of extra person. So number of extra persons. So now it is 980. Previous it was 630. So it is 0, 8 minus 3, 5, 350. You have to employ 350 person more to finish the job in 9 months. 350 persons. Number of extra person is 350. Now take the screenshot of this. Okay. So this many person you have to employ extra to finish the job. Okay. 350 person to finish the job in 9 months. Question number 9. What did they say? Working 4 hours a day, Savitri can type a manuscript in 15 days. Per day, she worked for 4 hours and has finished the job in how many days? 15 days. Now you have to find out how many hours she have to work to finish the job in 10 days. So now days is less. So more hours she has to work. Previous case, hour was 4. Previous case, hours per day was 4 and she has finished the work in 15 days. Now she has to finish the work in 10 days. So obviously hour will be more. So here it is hour and days, means time and days. So less hour more days it will take, more hour, less days it will take. So it is time and here days. Hour you will write. In first case, how much hours she worked? 4 hours per day. At that time days taken 15. Now she has to complete the work in how many days? 10 days. Less days, so more hour. To find out that, you will find the ratio. If you write 4 by x, here it will be 10 by 15. So let me cross multiply it. It is 10x equal to 4 into 15. So it is x equal to 4 into 15 by 10. So 5 2 are 10, 5 3 are 15, 2 2 are 4. So x equal to 6. So how much hours she has to work? 6 hours to finish the job in 10 days. So less days, number of hours is more. Earlier it was 15 days, hour was 4. Now it is 10, hour is 6. So time equal to 6 hours per day. Okay, 6 hours per day. 6 hours per day she has to work. Take the screenshot. Okay, clear? 6 hours per day. Now question number 10. So question number 10, what did they say? Question number 10 is similar to question number 4. So you can take question number 10 as homework. Okay, question number 10. Okay, let me do up to question number 10. We will see next session. So question number 10, what did they say? A train moving at a speed of 60 km per hour covers a certain distance 7.5 hours. So when the speed was 60 km per hour, time is 7.5. What should be the speed of the train to cover the same distance in 6 hours? Earlier the speed was 60, time was 7.5. Now if the train has to cover the distance in 6 hours, what will be the time? So less time, more speed. Speed and time are always in inverse variation. So here the quantities are speed and time. Speed and time. So here it is speed and here it is time. So here it is given kilometer per hour and here it is given hour. So in first case speed was 60, time was 7.5. Now if to find the speed, time is 6. So less time, more speed. So inverse ratio of the first two, 60 by x, okay, and the other in the reverse direction, 6 by 7.5. 7.5. Cross multiply it. It is 6x equal to 60 into 7.5. X equal to 60 into 7.5 by 6. So 6 10 jar. So it is 75. So speed will be 75 kilometer per hour. So you see, time was less, speed was more. Correct? Take the screenshot. Okay, 75 kilometer per hour. So this is all about exercise 10B up to question number 10. Next session I will do 11, 12 and 13 and I will go for exercise 10C. So note all this in your copy and practice thoroughly. There should not be any doubt. If any doubt arises while doing the sum, you can contact me or you can send your message in the comment section. Okay, do subscribe the channel, then you will get the update whatever I do. Okay, automatically you will get all the updates what I do. So please subscribe the channel. For today this much only. Thank you. Bye. Stay home and keep learning.